What's up, y'all? I'm Steve, and this is the world record speedrun for Kamen Rider Dragon Knight for the Wii. It's not the best speedrun, but this is the best I got out of 65 playthroughs, 12 hours. This is a 12-hour speedrun challenge. This game is an arcade fighter game, and what we're doing here is the normal difficulty, play through the entire arcade mode. The timer starts when we pick our card back there. So already, the first thing that's different from the previous video, which was like halfway through the 12-hour challenge, is we rush the opponent. We try to push them to the edge, to the far right, as we can, as quickly as we can. Initially, in that other video, we were doing this one-shot, three-shot, one-shot combo, which we did right there. And then we would try to throw an assist and juggle the opponent, and then while they're being juggled, do the same 1-3-1 combo in the air. That would lead to them getting up slower, and it didn't always connect. It actually pretty rarely connected. Maybe like 25% of the time I would get that full combo off. What I found to be more consistent is doing the 1-3-1, assist if I have it, and then jump and shoot them while they're down, and they get up pretty quickly after that. So you can see how quickly we can get through these opponents. I'm missing tons of shots. I'm actually getting hit sometimes, so this is not perfect speedrun, and I'm really happy about this 12-hour challenge idea because it kind of forces me to say, no, you've had enough, move on to another game. So I'm happy with this, but there are clearly improvements that I could make. Getting hit by their assists and knocking me back like that, I learned how to roll out of getting hit by those and getting up quicker to get back into the fight. I don't hit it every time, but that is definitely an improvement from when we were halfway through 6 hours in on the other video. I rush again. So this entire speedrun is 6 fights, and for the first 4 fights, when the enemy falls down, they generally fall flat on their back like that. It takes a second for them to get up, and that's when I jump up and shoot them. In fights 5 and 6, the final boss, and the fight before it, you'll see the opponent roll out of whenever they fall down, and that makes them get up way faster. So it's actually a different strategy in these first 4 fights. You can see the splits here, and in the other video I said I'd be really happy if I could get every fight under a minute. So that first fight was right at a minute. I lost a second, and the previous fight ended at 2:01. So if I'm going to get under 6 minutes, I need to finish the fight faster. I really need to make up some ground. In my previous best, I actually finished the first fight in the low 50 seconds, I think. It might have been in the 40s. But I'm really tempted, if I've got like a minute fight for the first fight, to start it all over, try again. I'm really trying to talk myself out of that because you just got to get the practice. So here I made up a bunch of time. Actually, that previous fight took 50 seconds. So I'm starting to feel pretty good here. This is the tricky 4th fight where I said usually they fall on their back. This fight, they're going to roll out of it maybe 25% of the time. And if I jump then, it's a waste to jump, it wastes time. That roll right there. The first 3 fights won't do that as much. Generally, this character is going to fall flat on their back, but not always. Trying to get as close to the character as possible so that the projectile's out of my assist. He shoots like 10 missiles or something, and if I'm closer, more of those will hit. Clearly, I took a 4-hit combo there, and that wasted a ton of time, but this is the best run I had so far. I lost 9 seconds there. So I'm back down to 3:54, 6 seconds under 4 minutes, where I wanted to be. But actually, fights 5 and 6 here are more consistent than the previous fights. They're more aggressive with their assists, so they're going to knock me back longer. So when I'm knocked fully back like that, I'm going to shoot the combo shots, and I can still hit the combo far away, and I can make up the distance while he's recovering from that. So I'll shoot the combo, and then I'll close in. Like I was saying, fights 5 and 6, the way that they roll out of getting knocked down makes them vulnerable to damage way quicker than if they were knocked on their back and they stand up. They've got invulnerability frames when they do that, but when they roll out of it, they're almost ready to take damage almost immediately here. So these fights end up being can be a lot faster than the first 4. As long as Xaviax loves to throw this assist. This is also my favorite stage inside the church. I think that's so cool. So there's not a lot I can do about that assist other than roll out of it, unless you kind of have to see it coming and avoid it before he even indicates that he's going to do it. But generally he'll do it when he's on his back. So that jumping and tagging him while I'm in the air manages to avoid a lot of those assists. But there it is. The timer says 540. It's right at like 5:39:73. This is the run I'm going to submit to speedrun.com, and I'm really stoked to have a world record. That's so exciting. There's other difficulties, so there's easy and difficult. I wasn't going to mess with those too much during this practice, and now that I know the mechanics, I might spend the next week submitting speedruns for those difficulties. And there's also an entirely different mode, but I'm not going to mess with that just yet. So yeah, that's my world record speedrun submission for Kamen Rider Dragon Knight for the Wii. Next week, I'm going to start on a brand new game. If you're interested in watching me speedrun really dumb games, be sure to subscribe. If there is a glaring issue that you see with this speedrun, with my strategy, let me know. And I'm really excited to maybe improve on this in the future. And be sure to like the video. Thanks so much for hanging out, y'all. I'll see you next time. Love you. Bye.